everyone, and welcome to the first video on the Hawkins Do You Copy YouTube channel. My name is Lauren.
And my name is Emily, and in this YouTube video, we talk all things Stranger Things. That sounds weird to say.
It doesn't sound right. I mean, it's right, that's what we're doing, but it just...
Yeah. If you couldn't tell, we have a podcast called Hawkins Do You Copy. If you have stumbled across us somehow through the interwebs, I've got to the point where I'm now just saying that unironically, and it's not
good.
Honestly,
if you just wanted to watch two people tier rank the Stranger Things characters just randomly and it's appeared and you think, who the hell are they? We have podcasts, and the links to the podcast will be in the description, but you can watch the first 15 minutes on this YouTube channel, and also it is on pretty much every favorite podcast platform. So today, like I said, we are gonna tier rank some Stranger Things characters. So we've made a tier rank. So we've got Crazy Together, which is the ultimate top tier, like BFFs for life, and we're not gonna break our promise when it comes to Crazy Together, unlike some people.
Don't.
Then we have Totally Tubular. Then we have a Bitchin', which has been starred out the eye because I typed it without having a star out of the eye, and the whole word came out as just a bunch of stars or a bunch of hashtags. Wow, okay. So I was like, okay, I'll work on that. We have Dingus, and then we have very jump to the extreme of Feed to the Demogorgon, and then Flay 'em. So the first one we have is Elle. Where's Elle gonna go?
Part of me wants to go with her not catchphrase, but her season 2 little slogan thing going on. But
yeah. See, I feel in between that and Totally Tubular. Because I do like Elle.
I think you can't deny she's a great character. So I think for me, Totally Tubular makes the most sense.
I feel like that's where I wanted to put her.
Are we also in agreement that that phrase does not sound right out of an American accent?
No. Billy!
Right to the bottom.
Although actually I think he'd take a lot of joy if he was fed to the Demogorgon. We don't like Billy on this channel, and I feel bad for Billy a little bit, a tiny, like the smidgen of the amount, but mostly because I feel sorry for Max.
Are we going on character in general, or are we going
like who he is, like who he is, not as a character, like who they are?
Okay, yeah, then Flay 'em. This is going to pain me because I do not like Billy, but I think he's also that character that works because you really dislike him.
Yeah. It depends. He's a good character. Yeah. What about Mike?
Once again,
are we going season 1 or 2 Mike, or are we going season 3 Mike?
This pains me because Mike is one of my faves. He is one of my faves. I think Totally Tubular, for me, that was very unconvincing.
I'd have put him in Crazy Together from season 1 and 2.
Yeah,
season 3, like the way that he talks to Hopper, just really, and Will, the way he talks to Will.
I just want more from him. I feel like we know Mike, but also we know Mike with Elle.
Yeah.
And that's why season 4 is going to be really interesting, I think.
Dustin, for me, Dustin goes in Crazy Together. I love Dustin.
Yeah.
That's straight away. Steve.
At the top.
Straight away. Like, Steve is, when people say I love Steve, you genuinely do love Steve. I can't imagine watching Stranger Things and not loving Steve. I just can't. And same with Dustin. They have to, that has to work. They have to be in the same thing because they're both wonderful. Have you ever heard someone say, I like Stranger Things, but Dustin is my least favorite character? No, you haven't.
No,
watch someone comment that now.
Yeah. No, okay, I agree. I think,
Max.
I know Max is your fave.
Max is my fave.
Max your fave. Where do you want to put Max?
I love Max. I would put Max and Crazy Together, but what is your opinion?
I think it's one of the ones I want a bit more from her at the moment, but also I kind of love how she was in season 3. And
I loved her in season 3.
Yeah. I think we said this on the podcast, I feel that's a controversial opinion. because there are a lot of mixed
Yeah,
things about him,
people
which
don't
surprised
like
me.
Max.
I put
Totally tubular.
let's go totally tubular.
It's fitting because it's Max. Okay, Nancy.
Ooh.
I don't dislike Nancy, but like if Nancy died in season 4, I wouldn't be absolutely distraught.
I quite like Nancy, actually. I don't think she's quite crazy together. I don't think she's quite totally tubular.
But she's pretty bitchin'.
Yeah, there you go. I think that
fits.
All,
I think that fits. I think she can go there. Yeah, because I do like her, and I think she's not stereotypically not like other girls. Like I don't think that stereotype is massively played on, but she also is like quite like the way that she's able to be like, no, I can use a gun, like I can do this, and she's quite headstrong, and I do like her.
I wouldn't put her in the same category as Mike, for example.
Hopper. This is again season 3 Hopper.
I would put him in totally tubular.
Like I love Hop. Like he is one of my favorite characters, but I was distraught at the end of season 3 when we thought he had died. But we actually found some old videos that I'd sent to Emily that night of me just like hysterically crying. I do feel like his attitude a little bit in season 3 made him go down for me.
It could just be a thing of settling into the characters, but I think just for like the same with Mike, for example, that something just felt slightly off. I think it was compared to the end of season 2 that I wouldn't expect. I mean, I kind of get it because of what was going on at the start of season 3 between Mike and Eleven.
Oh, I'd be exactly the same. But like as he gets like further on in the season, like the way he is with Joyce, it's like chill out. Like she can make her own decisions. Like calm down and listen to her. You know, the men need to be quiet and listen. That's the theme of season 3.
Jonathan Byers.
Jonathan Byers. I want to put him in fingers.
I'd push him up one. Because I think the way he is
no, because you think about the way he is with Joyce, which is nice.
Yeah.
And he does support her. Like he took on the role of having to be like a second parent for Will, which I do really appreciate. And like the conversation, I've said this before, but the conversation between him and Nancy in season 3 is one of my favorites because she's like, you don't understand what it's like to not have any money, and she's like, yeah, but you don't understand what it's like to be a woman. And like they're both completely valid points, and they make such a good like argument. Yeah, he can stay in bitching. He's all
I'm
right.
trying to think as well, if we're thinking of like Dingus as the middle ground, I wouldn't put him in that middle road.
No. Alexi,
I would put him in the middle road. There's like, he was a great character, but also
he was also trying to create a gate to the upside down. So like,
and also there's literally no more we can go with this character unless there is a plot twist and a half.
Barb, she didn't give me anything when I watched that show.
No.
Like it was sad, but I don't understand the Barb hype.
I feel like it's very cruel to stick her in feed to the Demogorgon. Actually, what happened?
Yeah, Dingus.
I mean, yeah,
like it's the same. We can't get much more from her. We barely knew her. Like a lot of her personality has come from fan theories. So like, actually, we don't know her. So Dingus, because like middle ground. Like Emily, where should we put Will?
So I'm going to go on the defense here, and I'm going to give you my reasons why he should be in Crazy Together.
Oh, absolutely should be in Crazy Together, but give me your reasoning.
One, Will goes through so much. I feel like there's so much of this character that we haven't seen yet, and I'm looking forward to this direction for him.
Yeah.
And first of all, no one has seen the podcast. We will know. I am very much Will Defense Squad. I think the journey he goes through in season 3, admittedly, it always frustrates me, it ended early. There was so much he could have gone there, and I just think he was one of those characters that everyone could relate to. He's one of the few characters that I'm excited to see what is going to happen to him.
And I think that him moving away like has given him so much, I don't want to say freedom, but so much to kind of grow into himself. I think
I like to think of him kind of like as almost like a vessel for the audience in a sense, because I think like obviously no one can relate to being taken to an alternative universe unless you have him
that you know of. Do not separate our audience that might have been taken into an alternate dimension.
I just think like the idea of what he was going through in season 2 pre being possessed, and that kind of like PTSD and anxiety, what was going on there, to then season 3 and dealing with the idea of losing friends and all that kind of thing. I just think I'm going to stop while I'm ahead because I could go off, but and also crazy to get the fit.
Look at Mike, I know it kind of does one tier down. Yeah, but Mike broke all of his promises. So yeah. What about Susie? We don't really know her.
No,
like she seems cool, but we don't really know her. But like, we love women in science.
Dingus. If we could play in the same logic to Barb and Alexei.
Yeah. But they're also dead, so we can't get more from them.
I just don't know if she's going to be like this bold choice.
I'm just thinking, like, she sang a cool song. She did save the world. She picked the wrong time to do it. Where do you want her to go?
Okay. Yeah.
Joyce.
And Erica.
Joyce Byers is the love of my life, and Joyce Byers deserves the absolute world, and if Hopper doesn't give it to her, I will give it to her. It's what she deserves. Like, she deserves someone to just look after her the way she looks after everyone. I will defend Joyce Byers till the end of time. I can't spell America without Erica.
I would put her in the same category as Nancy and Jonathan.
I would put her in Totally Tubular.
Really?
She's not on the same level as Jonathan Byers.
No, I mean, I feel like we don't really. I'm going to apply the logic that we don't really know her that much. Looking at it from that perspective, I would stick with Jonathan and Nancy.
I would go Totally Tubular because I think she's really cool.
Put her there then. Put her there.
I feel like we knew her a lot more, and I think she's going to have like a big thing.
She had a great star on her face at the beginning of the season. Like, so.
She's definitely. I just don't think she's at the same level as Jonathan. Like, no offense, Jonathan, but like, she's so much cooler than Jonathan. Bob. Bob.
I know we're applying the logic of like they've had.
We can't put him in Dingus.
I would go Totally Tubular. He tried so hard, and I think that moment at the end of season 2, he kind of knew he probably wasn't getting out of this alive, and I think
and he does fight. Like, he does go into it like ready to fight. That's fair.
Fun Bob fact, which everyone knows, Will was going to kill him.
Yeah, that would have been really like, oh my god.
Part of me, it's kind of like, I want to see that, because I think
that would have been harrowing.
Because I think it would have been episode 4.
Maybe we can do a whole podcast episode about things that were going to happen.
You heard it here first.
Coming soon on the Hawkins Do You Copy podcast. Follow us on all of the places in the description. Karen definitely lost a lot of respect points for me with the whole Billy situation.
I would. Maybe Dingo.
I don't think she deserves to be fed to the Demogorgon.
No.
Because she didn't go through with it, and she does have some like good qualities, but like
I think she's a good character. I think Karen Wheeler is a good character. She's kind of underrated.
She is a good character. Murray.
I'm intrigued by Murray.
Me too. I've not completely ruled out the fact that he might not be completely on our side yet.
But I think that's what makes him interesting. I would stick him with Nancy and Jonathan.
Yeah, I'm thinking that. Are we going to feed Dr. Brenner to the Demogorgon, or are we going to flay him?
Can I have a very controversial opinion here? So,
yes.
Don't like him.
No.
Don't like him. But, we kind of love to hate him. He's that character.
I literally want him to get punched in the face.
There's those kind of moments of humanity in season 1. Kind of like when Elle tells him that, you know, I want to stay with Mike, essentially. You get that kind of, you don't quite know if that's genuine hurt or if that's, wow, my creation doesn't like me.
I think it's that. Like you said, he's a good character, but as a person, like literally did experiments on children. He like took children away from their families.
That is true. Blame. Ted doesn't do anything.
No.
If they do a massive plot twist in season 4 when Ted was suddenly aware of everything, then he will move
the whole time
right up to the top.
Right. I feel like we can't he's definitely not on the same level as Karen, and he's not higher than Karen. So but we're not going to flame. To be fair, like I wouldn't even be surprised if in one season he does get fed to a Demogorgon because he's just so unaware. Like there's just a Demogorgon in his house and it just gets.
This is like a harsh category.
Yeah, but that's fine. Yeah. Mr. Clark.
Totally tubular. Stick him up
totally tubular. Lucas. I really like Lucas. I think
I like Lucas. I don't think there's enough Lucas content. Yeah, stick him there.
Yeah.
Robin. I really like Robin.
Me too.
I think she kind of just brought that fresh.
I wonder why.
Air. So I would go out on a limb and put her in Crazy together. But then also, I don't know if she's above Lucas.
What if we move Lucas? He's been like loyal the whole time. Like he's been on it the whole time. Yeah. He deserves that, and so does she. I can't remember his name.
Dr. Owens.
Dr. Owens. I can't remember his name. I don't know. I feel like feed to the Demogorgon. Like
really?
Yeah, because like he tried to help, but also like definitely didn't do everything he could have done.
I have a bit of a soft spot for Dr. Owens. I think.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's going to appear. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to appear again, but
he could be like a long-lasting, like a character that like comes into it, like every so often.
I am really proven wrong. I think in general he's not a bad guy.
Lonnie Byers.
Do you think we'll see Lonnie Byers again?
I kind of hope so, but in a like, look how good Joyce is without you. Look how wonderful she is without you in her life.
You know? I would put him in the same category as Ted. Like, he's not great, but he's not Dr. Brenner bad.
I would argue worse, because Brenner thinks that he is doing something. Brenner thinks he's doing something good. Lonnie is just hurting people. Lonnie has verbally and probably physically abused his own children.
You know what? Yeah, actually, I'll give you that. I didn't look at it from that angle. Yeah,
whack him and flay him.
As you said, at least Brenner kind of has that not great to good mentality going on. I guess, as you said, there was a reason. Yeah, there was a reason behind it, rather than just going to be awful to my kid.
Can we also talk about how he looks just like Winona in this picture, please?
It's almost scary, isn't it?
Like, it's actually terrifying how well they have casted him. That's Winona's face. Are you happy with that? Is there anyone you fancy changing at this moment in time?
The only one that I think are we being a bit harsh is Elle. But then I don't know if I'm doing that because she's the main character. Because I'm only thinking, if Will's up there, why isn't Elle?
No, Will deserves to be in Crazy together. I think so. I completely agree. But also, like, I am struggling with the concept that Max and Mike are in the same category.
Mike is a good character. As much as he annoyed me in season 3, this is where
we're Max is better than Mike. This is my logic. Max is better than Mike.
Oh no.
Yes.
I would have just witnessed the end of Hawkins Do You Coffee podcast partnership here.
We're here to compromise, so we're going to keep him in Totally Tubular. Should we move Elle? Should we put her up there? I think I'm happy with everyone else.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not overly happy with Mike, but I see there's no compromise here.
Brings him. If it was season 1 or season 2 Mike, I would absolutely put him straight and crazy together and there would be no context about it. But I feel like he let me down in season 3.
I suppose if you think about it, with everything that went on in season 3, Lucas apologized and Mike may have done it off screen, but we never saw Mike do that, apart from when it wasn't to Will though. He knocked at the door and he's like, Will, come out, I'm sorry. But Lucas did it on person, and in fairness, Will kind of just went no, but he tried.
Yeah, and I actually think that Lucas has a logical approach to lots of things. Like we see from season 1 that he has that, and he does have sort of the, I don't want to say morals, because Mike does have morals, but he does apologize and he does go out and he's the one that actually tries to, whereas I think Mike can be a bit stubborn sometimes and doesn't want to admit that something he's done was wrong.
If Mike thinks he's right about something, he is right about it. Whereas Lucas will kind of go, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Which I think what we've done is fair.
Mostly.
Okay.
But no, okay. I think it's fair.
Yeah. No, I think, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
It's really weird to see Elle with no hair.
Yeah, that's a bit of a throwback.
Yeah. This is just Google images, so thanks, Google. I'm happy with this. I'm good.
Yeah, I think, we'll be fine with that.
So that was the end of our friendship. There will not be a Hawkins Do Copy podcast next week, because after this I'm never going to talk to Emily ever again. This is the first and only video that is going up on this channel. So yes, I'd like to know everyone's categories. I'd love to know where people would put people.
Let us know what you think in the comments or on our social medias at Hawkins Podcast.
It will be super fun, super freak.
So on that note, you can catch our podcast at Hawkins Do Copy on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Tuned In, Google Podcasts, I think in general, wherever you can find a podcast. And you can find us on our social medias on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at Hawkins Podcast.
And thank you guys for watching our first ever video. If you want to see more videos like this, let us know the type of videos that you would like to see. We've got some ideas, but it's always good to sort of know what people are looking for. And we will see you on Saturday for the podcast and next week for another video. Thank you for watching. Over and out.